Welcome to Living from the Heart. I am your host, Tina Thrussell, also known as Light Dancer. I'm the co-founder of Best You Can Be and messenger of the Shin, the way of the heart. So I only met today's guest just a few short weeks ago. We were on a quick EBC call, Evolutionary Business Council members call, and only got to see her for a few minutes, but I was immediately taken with her enthusiasm. And the following week, we had a one-on-one get to know each other phone call. And in a very, very short time, I felt we were such kindred spirits. And I was totally awed by this woman's fiery passion. And I knew that she just had to be on this show because Asmaa Methqal is all about living from the heart. And before I bring her on screen and introduce you to her, I would like to just draw your attention to the little crawler at the bottom of the screen, reminding you that the philosophy of the Shin is on the website shindao.com. And that we invite you to receive a complimentary subscription to Heart and Mind Matters, our bi-weekly uplift by subscribing at bestyoucanbe.ca. So without further ado, I introduce you to Asmaa Methqal. And here she goes. There you are. Hello, good morning.
Hi, Tina.
Definitely a delight to have you here on the show with me, Asmaa.
Same here. I'm super excited.
So one of the things that we have in common is working with women and loving dance. And that combination of things is sort of what has brought you to this next phase of your life, I believe, right? So tell us a little bit about how that came to be.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm originally from Morocco, and I moved to Canada 20 years ago, and I was like really working and striving to be successful. And what I realized is that the biggest moment, like when I was at my success, I was also miserable, and I didn't know why it was. And I was like, but everything that I wanted is happened. Like I wanted to manage 20, 30, 40 people, and it's happening right now. And I'm teaching at the university, and I'm consulting, I'm doing everything I was striving to do. And it was not very clear to me what was happening. And then I decided just to go inward and discover who I am, and like really delve a little bit deeper, not being connected to what the culturescape has created for me, like my culture, like every rule that I've heard, but like trying to go inward. And I did that this year. I literally like fully jumped in. Like I was just like, I'm gonna go full on. And oh, that what a ride. It was like an amazing ride, like trying to discover who I am, trying to connect more to my soul, trying to connect more with my desires, my wants, that trying to make decisions not based on guilt, but based on what I truly desire. And that's what I realized is a lot of us like make most of our decisions based on guilt or shame, or this is how it should be. And it was this mastermind for women in Nashville, and I went there with zero expectations. And before, I used to have this list of 5 things that needed to happen. I need to meet these people, I need to be doing this, I need to make these connections. And I was like, no, I'm gonna go and do nothing and just go there from a place of giving. The more I'm gonna give, the more I'm gonna realize, and the more I'm aware within myself, I will realize, oh, by giving this thing, I just felt more expanded. Oh, that's what I need to do more of. So I just went with that idea. The more I'll give, the more I will have awareness about what's truly in my heart that wants to come out. And I did that, and it was an amazing experience. And then out of the blue, the facilitator of that event was like, oh my God, we don't have somebody that can do like an activity to start the day. Can you just like go and do a dance for all of us? And I was like, I love dancing, but it's personal. And he's like, yeah, but you're an amazing dancer. You should just go and just do it from the stage. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. So I just went in, never like led a dance before. I just did it for myself. And it was like 3 songs. It was amazing. And all the women at the end came to me like, do you teach this? How do you do this? Can I learn this? Are you a dancer? Like, tell me more. And I was like, what's happening? Like, where did this come from? And from there, like the awareness just became more stronger. What I used to do hidden for me, for myself, is exactly what wants to come out. And I have this training in marketing and branding, and now appreciative inquiry, so how to create a facilitation and like unlock a wisdom within a group. And I learned all this technique that like allow to increase connection and inclusion. And I was like, oh my God, I can add movement into this mix. And like that's where the light bulb came up, and that's I was like, oh my God, this is it. And then I start working on my personal brand, and that's when the words fire and flow came in. And I was like, it's so perfect. So it's like that alignment of every little action, like throughout our whole lives. And then I remember like going and doing a dance, like I was with my coach, and she said, if you can do one thing right now that would be really easy for you to just post, what would it be? Like writing an article, or like doing a video talking, or doing a video dancing? I'm like, dancing will be the easiest one of the three. So I literally did a quick dance, and I posted it right away, not thinking, not letting the brain take control or the mind. Like, I'm just going to do it. And I posted it. And the feedback that I got was just incredible. I have friends that haven't seen me in 20 years, and they're like, that's what you do, right? Like, that's what we expected you to do since you were 16. Like, and that for me was just like that, what? So it's like we go this full circle.
That's so awesome. And you know, my brain is getting so full with all of the amazing messages that you've already delivered. So I gotta recapture this for our viewers here first. Because first of all, you're saying, so you gotta go within, you gotta get to know who you are. And you have to stop doing things because you should do them, because you're obligated to, or you're expected to. You have to do things because they're what you want to do. They're what you desire. And that you want to follow your heart in that way. And that, oh my gosh, there was so much in there. Let me see. But that it's in giving that you get an opportunity to receive that much more. And I know that the people who are most successful at networking events are those who go with the idea that they're there to serve others, to help them in some way. And the people who go with the, oh boy, I've got to meet some people, and I got to give out 15 cards, and I got to sell myself, they find that networking events don't work. And no wonder, because it's like, they're vomiting on people. Here, let me tell you all about me, what I can do for you, instead of saying, what can I do for you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, what can I get from you, right? So they're going already there. It's like, okay, you're here. You're not here fully present to get to know me. You're here with an agenda, right? And people are becoming very, very aware of that. Like it's very clear. Like for me, like my definition of the future of leadership or the future of humanity is presence, right? Like being fully present. And that's something that we don't know how to embody. Like presence for me doesn't just mean like meditating and doing things. Yes, but like also when you are with the person, like you're fully there, fully listening to every word they're saying and being like really there for them. And that's the beauty of being a facilitator, because when I went from being a trainer, which I still am, but now I love more the facilitation piece, because what facilitation allows me to do is to work more inward, because whatever I embody, whatever I'm telling people to do in the room, I need to embody it myself, because I am this silent power kind of, but not really, like in the room where it's not about me, it's about everybody, but my energy will still propagate in that room, in that moment. So all my principles, all my values, whatever I'm feeling deep inside, like will really shine throughout the room. So that really allows me to just grow every day to become a better person. All the work I do privately, like at home, like really like shows when you are like in a room and facilitating. So that element of presence is so key. And I think that's what allowed me for myself. Just, I wanted this year to be fully present within myself and fully see what will come and fully own it and being okay with it, not shove it, right? It's like, because if I talk about dancing, like dancing has been seen as something very negative in my culture. Like you can dance at home, but like the women that went and danced, they were not considered. It's like going to a strip club here, right? It was not.
Oh.
So that's how it was. Like one woman will go and dance publicly, right? I'm hoping now. I haven't been in Morocco for 15, 20 years now. So hopefully, like, I'm sure that changed. But that's how I grew up when I was like 8 years old, 9, 10. Like it was seen as a bad thing. So for me this year, when everybody's like, but you're an amazing dancer, you should dance. Like, even from the outside, it looks like something simple and easy. And why Asmaa is not doing that? Like, I needed like to fight with my own like culture scape and what I've learned, and like remove all those old beliefs and just be like, no, this is what wants to come out. I'm fully present, listening to what's coming out, and I'm gonna honor that. And because that's what my soul wants, that's what my heart wants, and that makes people happy around me. When I'm dancing, people are happy around me, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm not just doing it for me, like I'm doing it for others. And if I can show other people how to go with the flow and to connect within, and at the same time get that wisdom and then act on it, like that's the fire piece, right? But it starts from within, right? So
Yeah. Yeah, the fire within. When you tap into that fire and let it flow out, we have this magic called fire and flow.
Exactly. And we all do. It feels like the way society is set up now, it's all fire. It's all like go, 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 with just for the sake of going, just for the sake of chasing.
Yeah.
Instead of living.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why, like, when we had our first conversation, it was just amazing, because living from the heart, that's all it is. That's all it's about. And that's what I realized now. So if people can realize that early on in their life, like their trajectory can completely shift into something beautiful and amazing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Listening to that inner call, that whatever it is that really, really makes your heart sing. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be what is your career, although it could end up leading to that. But it starts simply by just stepping into discovering what is it that really does make your heart sing, and do that for you, right? That's where it starts. Do it for you. And then just allow it to be, how can it serve others? Like you said, you danced for you, but when somebody asked you to dance for others, you suddenly realized, wow, look what they're getting from this.
Yeah, 100%. It's a very, yeah, I think the word for me this year, like that completely shifted my life, was I wanted to feel more and do less. And that's what I'm teaching right now, like my women clients. And that's the other thing. I was always working with men. I always felt like I had this personality that would command a room of men. And I work with tech CEOs and CEOs of companies, and they were mostly men. And because I came with like my very passionate Moroccan like personality, I was like, yeah, no man scares me here. Like, I'm gonna tell you how this is done. And I was totally fine with it. Like, I had like friends, women, that tell me, can you come with me at my meetings, because you'll better sell this, or you'll better showcase this strategy than better that I can do, because I just got used to it. So I always thought, oh, there's so many people helping women, I'm gonna go help men so they can like better connect with women and better work together. And that's what it felt it was coming. But then this year was all about, every time I'll meditate and I'll close my eyes, it was women. Like, it will, like, women will show up. It's like, no, you need to help women. And then it's like listening to that calling, right? And it was that thing, was like, I want to feel more. And that's what I was feeling. That's what wanted to come out. And now, like, it's just a matter of like following it, right? So again, I think we have this amazing body wisdom that we completely like just like shove on the side because we think it doesn't matter. I did something amazing last year, because when I was doing this inner work and spirituality work, my coach told me, well, if you want to work with me, you should stop drinking alcohol for 30 days. And I was like, but I love wine. So, you should have told me 2 weeks before, not now that I need to stop right now. Like, you should have given me a lead time. And I was like, okay. Challenge accepted. And I asked her why. And then she said, because you have this veil that you're not able to see, like when you are drinking alcohol, like you're not able to connect your body. And especially if you had never done it. And with alcohol, it's just like an extra layer that is thicker that you're not able to feel. And I was like, okay, challenge accepted. And I remember it was October 15, 2017 that she told me that. I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And I said, I'm going to do 50 days until December 1st, kind of. And I did it. And then I was like, nah, I still feel nothing. I still feel like there's this veil. I'll keep going. And I did 100 days. And then I had 200 days. And then I did 300 days. And at 300 days, I was like, okay, I'm done. The plan is not to never drink again. The plan was for me to see if I can connect to my body. And oh my God, like so many amazing things happen. Like I will go to a meeting with a potential client, and then I can feel my heart closing when I'm on the meeting. And then before it will be like, whatever, that's business. I'll still work with this person. But no, like I will just like feel that I'm like, no, this person seems very nice, but something in me is telling me do not go there. So I literally will say no. I will thank you very much for thinking about me. No. And then I'll go to other meetings, and then my heart will expand. And then those people won't even have enough money to pay for my services. And I'll be like, we'll find a way to work together, because just with the expansion that I was feeling, I knew that I was drawn to them. And it's so incredible. I'm like, oh my God, I had this all wisdom within myself that I didn't even know. And now that I removed that layer, now I can drink, but I still have that body wisdom because I allowed it to shine. And now I don't hear whispers. Like I hear real actions that are like really like my body's telling me like there's so much wisdom and so much insights within us that like leading from the heart, like that's what it brings. It's like, okay, let me go inward and see everything that wants to come out. So yeah, and I'm sure you've experienced that too, Tina. It's just
that is so beautiful. You articulated that so well. That is exactly it. Once we connect with it, once we know it, then it's easier to hear. And we might get caught up in life, and we might get caught up in things, and we shut off a little bit. But it's like people who work out to get fit. They can train and they're really fit, and then they have an injury and they stop working out, and their fitness level drops off. But they're able to get back into being that much more fit, that much more quickly, because the muscles have already been trained. They know, and it's just about remembering and getting back to where they were, and it happens quickly. And it's the same with our feelings and feeling our heart. Once you have that experience, and it does take going within to get there, to have that quiet time, to be with yourself. And once you know it, you know it. And life, it becomes totally different. When you live from that place of listening to that heart, there's more joy, there's more sense of fulfillment, there's just more joy. And that's the big thing.
100%, totally agree. And I feel like I think that's where dancing comes in. Like, and I know that a lot of people are scared by the word dance, but like it's more about movement. It's all about letting your body flow and just like go and close your eyes and just start to feel what within, and just like whatever it's inside, just try to express it with your hand and with your body and with your hips and with your legs and feet and all of that. And yeah, I did a chakras dance workshop 2 weeks ago. I've done hundreds of workshops. That was like right now, like my top favorite, because the experience was just so different. It was like me talking about elements of spirituality that I just learned a year ago. But it doesn't matter. You can be teacher anytime. Anything that you learn right now, you can literally go and teach it to someone else. And I had to get rid of that. Oh my God, everybody who around me here is like fully spiritual. They know about this stuff more than me. But I was like, no, I'm still going to show up. I'm still going to deliver that. And I'm going to tell them my own story and my own experience within that, and use my own words to express whatever I feel like expressing. And I did that, and I'd led them through 2 dances. And at the end, like I had one person, he said, I felt expansion. Another person just said, hallelujah. Another person just said, I came here very fearful about my life, and they were students, and they're like, I was very fearful about my life and the future, and now I feel fully loved and supported and connected to the divine. And it's like, that was just an hour. That was 1 hour that you can create that big transformation. And I 100% believe that, because it was leading from my heart, and I created that workshop from my heart because I was so excited to share my experience, that's why that experience was very powerful for them, because it came from within me, and every energy that I poured into it, I was like so excited to show it, that they felt the love. And then by creating that environment of connection and inclusion, and letting them be and fully feel within themselves what they need to feel, and connect to their energy centers and harmonize them any way they want, that created their own experience, that created their own breakthroughs. Like, at the end of the day, I applaud them, not like it's them who did the work. It's them who went within. Whoever said hallelujah expansion, they did the work.
Yes.
All I did was creating that space for them to fully move, to fully flow, and to take in whatever insight and use it to help them as a tool for whatever they need to do, right? So
that's so true. That is being authentic as a facilitator. When you're just, when you get out of the way of worrying about you and whether or not you're good enough, or whether or not you're doing this right, and all of that head stuff, the talk that's going on up there, you just get thank you, and I'm going to be in my heart, and I'm going to just do what I'm called to do, and say what I'm called to say, and be in the energy, and just to be in this place of, I want to create space for you to have an amazing experience. And they do every time. I know when I'm hosting my women's nurture circles, that's my job. I call myself the anchor for the group. I hold space. And even when I have guest facilitators who come in and present an activity, I'm still holding the space within that. And we always have an opening dance, and we do a little dance to integrate whatever learning we've had. And those two simple little segments of movement help everyone to feel relaxed and in their body, and just feel good. It's just a feel good experience.
it is. It is. I cannot wait to attend one of your nurture circles.
They're lovely. They really are. And I, this description of your experience of this chakra workshop, I can't wait to do that with you. It sounds beautiful and like delicious and all those good things. So all of this has led you to create something called Fire and Flow. And I'm going to take my eyes off you here for a second. And I want to put your website on the screen, because this is a newly launched website, right? Which is pretty exciting.
Yeah, it is. The inner work allowed me to fully own my own personal brand. And that was something that I've always been really good at, creating businesses and hiding behind them. Where this one, I was like, this is me, this is authentically myself. So I got the domain name iamasma.com. And that within it, like the brand that I'm launching is Fire and Flow. Spark the fire, trust the flow in your body, in your business, in your life. Because I believe that you need all those three elements together. And my purpose with this work is to really, it's a empowerment and leadership movement, really, where I want to bring like women from all around the world and really help them access and unleash their feminine power at home and at work, increase their confidence so they can speak up and then love their body as it is. And I feel like those, through all the workshop that I've done, like when I do it with women, I feel like we need more time, because they have hard time asking for what they want or receiving something amazing. Like they just like shove it. Yeah, great, thanks. It's like, no, you need to take it in. Like let's practice. So that's that gap that I've seen. That's what allowed me to focus on women and be there to serve them, to remind them. And that's what I realized, is that we forgot how powerful we are, and we forgot to lead from our divine feminine, which is our intuition, our creativity, having fun, pleasure, like self-confidence, like all of that, self-esteem. It's all those beautiful qualities that a woman divine feminine has that needs to be brought up more into our society, into our businesses, into our families, into our connection and relationship. So that way we can create that beautiful balance and harmony in our lives and in our communities as well. So.
I love the fact that you chose your domain name as I am Asmaa, because that is a statement of power itself. I am me. This is who I am, and this is who I bring to the world. It's so powerful. And power is a word that has had a bad connotation, because for so many centuries, really, power represented control, power over. But when we talk about the feminine power, we're talking about power with rather than power over, right? Power with the earth, with each other, with our hearts, with that sense of connection. And it's different. It's different from the traditional sense of holding control over others. It's about working with. It's a more collaborative feel when we talk about feminine power. Yeah.
100%. I love that you mentioned that, because that's key, right? Because there's a lot of definitions that we have out there, that when you connect more to the feminine and the power of the feminine, it's like we are different. Like even for me, like, and then the divine feminine for me and appreciative inquiry philosophy, like just bring a different sense, a different lens. Like it's like looking from a strength based. It's like looking into something like that is positive about what is happening in the world, in terms of instead of saying, how can I fix this problem? It's like, what are the opportunities that lie within here that we can make this like an ideal future for everyone around us? It's like shifting that mindset and then bringing that divine feminine. So for example, when I teach at the university for my student, I said, do not say competitors, but say rivals. Because a competitor, you try like to crush them and like own their space and be like the dominant. When you talk about a rival, you want to best them, you want to be better at them because they are your rivals, so they are pushing you into becoming better yourself, and then you're trying to best them, and then they're doing the same, so you're like supporting each other in your growth. So even like the language that we use is very key. Like our words create our worlds, right? So the word that we use create our world. And I think that's the other piece of my work, is I want to help women, one, identify the way they can describe how they're feeling. Like our era of emotions, like there's 3,000 words that describes emotions. The normal person only knows 20. Wow. Right? So yeah. Even like expanding our vocabulary of emotion will allow us to say more, I feel sad, I feel disheartened, I feel depressed, I feel fear, like, and just like using the words that allows us to describe more how we are feeling, because that allows us to get to know ourselves better, but also allow the other person to understand us and connect with us better. And then the same words, that the way we are using it in like our business and the work that we do, just like bringing that appreciative, heart-based, strength-based lens into our life. And I think once people, and it's all about awareness, that's all it is. It's not that people don't know. It's just, they just need to be reminded of it. And once they know that that exists, and you give them a tool or two that they can apply and practice, they're going to see that, oh my God, like things are different. Yeah, and they will be different, because the way you see everything from within will become different. Then your world outside will definitely change in that exact moment.
Yes, yes. Yes, when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. I can't remember who said that, but it was a scientist and someone who was studying the effect of how we look at things. Mm-hmm. And it really, our perspective means everything. And oh my gosh, we're at 29 minutes already. And how did that half hour disappear so quickly? So it's time for us to be on our merry way. So if you had one last message that you wanted to offer viewers, Asmaa, what would it be?
Feel more. this field more. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Mm.
Such a delight having you on the show, and I'm so serious. I cannot wait till you have an opportunity where I can come out and do some work with you, because I think it would be amazing for us to play together.
100%, I believe it. Yeah, let's make it happen. Here we go.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you to our viewers. I know many people watch the recordings after because of the time of day that we go live. Just last night, we hosted a conversations evening in our home, and one of the ladies was saying, I watch your shows every Wednesday. It's later in the day, but I do watch, and I just love your interviews, your discussions. They're amazing. So we thank all of our viewers for tuning in. We thank you for sharing the videos. Post them on your Facebook wall. If you like what you're hearing, share it with other people. The more people who get this message about living from the heart, the kinder and more gentler a world we'll live in. So thank you for your contributions today, Asmaa. Good luck with Fire and Flow. You don't need luck. It's going to happen for sure. Again, viewers, I am asmaa.com. Check out the new website. And until next week with my new guest, create a beautiful week. Ciao for now.